We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New York Giants. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Check, smash.
In motion right, that's Hyatt. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Opposite, green. Ready.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley to about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now Lance. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Saquon Barkley running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here. Completed to Hyatt. He's into space past the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jalen Hyatt, 49 yards. And the Giants are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. On the carry, good pickup on first down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Second down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That one was thrown into the end zone, and when they made a play on the ball, it was actually tipped up in the air, and that's not ideal for anyone on defense because what you're ordinarily taught is to knock the ball down towards the ground, almost like a volleyball player coming over the top and spiking it to make sure that the offensive guys can't catch it on the rebound.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down, 49ers.
Off the play fake, Anthony. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another big play here as they strike for 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle they go. Huggins. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 2nd down, Anthony. Touchdown 49ers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
16-yard line.
Got it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3.
Not one that I've ever met.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Come on, set.
2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
Set.
On play action, Lance. And his throw is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And Lance now to throw. That is caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw. He'll find Hodgins there complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Ready.
A first down carry for Barkley. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They faked the handoff. Now Lance. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 28 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Strike. Check. Strike.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Okay, right? Cheetah.
Lance going to sneak it, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
You don't often see a sneak on 2nd down. Usually that's reserved for a 3rd or 4th down call. But the element of surprise was not with them, and they returned back on that attempt.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Off play action, Anthony. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Anthony. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Huggins trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Anthony. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
On 3rd down, Anthony. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. Moody good with the extra point. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And Lance will try again on second down. Complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well, like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. With a fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Huggins. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Niners come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And running with power here. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Ready?
Now a play fake. Lance. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Lance to throw it. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Blue strike. Ready.
To throw, it's Lance. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready.
Here's Lance. That's complete right around the 8. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Isaiah Hodgins. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants have cut the lead back down to 2. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Lance going to try to throw for this. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Second and short now following the fumble. Up the middle they go. Huggins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 32-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Huggins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers have taken the lead. He's given them a little jolt, just gave them the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On second down, here's Lance. Hyatt able to make the catch downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Up the middle with Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit.
He's got it at the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
Let's go now.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
2nd and 10. Now Lance. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Off the play fake. Anthony. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll run on first down. Huggins. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 171 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. Huggins, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive will take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
And in this situation, a field goal doesn't help you a whole lot, but I think you've got to take it, because I think you're a little too far back to go for it on fourth down. But we also know the offensive coordinator's in the head coach's ear, trying to talk him into going for it right here.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will get the lead up to 7. And this one is right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Ready.
Lance looking to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll come up now on second down.
Ready.
Here's Lance. And that one complete to Hodgins. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Set.
Lance back to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Ready, ready. 6, 7.
Now Lance. That one deep for Hodgins. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties, you're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. The clock management 101.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On 3rd down, Huggins. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have